All right, hey guys, thanks for checking in with Lane Music. My name's Chuck Taylor. I'm the general manager of our company. I'm here in our Nashville store today, 1625 Galleria Boulevard, and I want to show you the Kawai GL30 inside. If you look at our previous video, we showed you the inside, how the action works. But I think as important as the action, the interior of the piano is also an important part of the piano as well. So take a minute with us, and maybe you'll learn something, or maybe you can send me a message if there's something that I missed. I'm glad to learn something myself. But this part here, so we'll start off with a little bit of anatomy. This is the music desk. And the music desk on Kawai, they slide beautifully. We have a couple different options. We can adjust front, back, high. Just if you have a really big fake book or a hymnal, you can move this up or down at whatever pitch you would like. And this just pulls up nicely to lay all the way back. And then this slides. So if you're like me and you need some readers, you can move this music desk just as close as you want to your bench, which I think we forget to show that as well. That's something that is very useful for the pianist. So moving this music desk close to us is common on lots of brands of pianos, but the pitch and how close is kind of unique to Kawai. I'm going to pull this off and watch how nice that this comes off completely. It's one solid piece. And we'll set this on the floor so then I can show you the inside of the piano. And as amazing as the action is, this is probably even more amazing. What Cristofori 300 plus years ago invented the piano, and it has lots of evolutions, but this is what we know as an organic acoustic piano. This piano is 5.5 foot in length. And I'm going to give you a few parts of what makes this piano great. Like any great musical instrument, the soundboard, which is this board here, is solid Sitka spruce. Just like your violins, your beautiful Stradivarius, as old as Stradivarius violins, all the great Martin guitars and Taylor guitars, and just guitars use solid spruce as their top of choice. And most of us don't veer off the path. We've seen other woods used, but everybody goes back to spruce just to commit for its resonance. And if you look at the grain of the spruce, it's very tight. It's very vibrant. And this board. So if you think of the top of your guitar, your cello, your mandolin, it's spruce. So this is the top, this wood board that's underneath the strings and the plate, and that board is under constant pressure. That board is, we call it the crown, and that crown, try to describe that, is if you had a tuning fork in a piece of wood, and you hit the tuning in a spruce piece of wood, and you hit it with a hammer, it would make a beautiful noise. It would make whatever pitch that tuning fork was, A. So if it's an A note, it's playing the A. But if I bend the board to its highest crown point, it sings off the board. It's unbelievable, and we have a little demonstration store we can show you this. But it is unbelievable when you put that board under pressure. How much better it sounds. And that's what the Japanese know. That's what great piano builders know. Lesser piano builders don't mess with that very much. But the best of the piano builders put that in their line from the beginning, the entry level, all the way to the top. And that's the mark of a great piano builder, is that crown, making sure it's crowned and it's the most resonant it can be. So the spruce soundboard, Sitka spruce, is the soundboard, which is under here. On top of that, we have the bridge, and the bridge is this really long piece of wood that's down here under the strings, and that's what the strings run across, and that's what touches the soundboard. So think again, your violins, your archtop guitars, your acoustic guitars, your flat tops, they all have a bridge, and that bridge is what the strings resonate against to send that energy to the soundboard to make it jump off. So this bridge is many, many plies of wood. It's all solid, so that energy doesn't get lost with being laminated or being anything that's not structurally rigid. So this is the bridge which runs across. There's one here, and then there's the bass bridge, which is the far bridge, which is right here. So this bridge. So you've learned soundboard and we've learned the bridge. So now what goes on top of that is the plate. This cast iron plate. much of the reason the piano weighs as much as it does is because this is made of cast iron. There's no air bubbles in it. It's solid. If you ever lift one, you will know that it's cast iron, and it is heavy. We have a beautiful gold color painted on it. All of it is sanded and beautifully finished, so there's no things to rough areas or rough cuts. So it's unbelievable they're able to finish these the way they're at. But they use a foundry to do all the Kawai plates, and this is just a great example. So all of these designs on this plate are designed to transfer that energy again. The strings, which run through the plate, which are through here, and I hope you can catch this, they run off of the tuning pins. And this tuning pin, as you can see, all the tuning pins hold all the strings in place. The string comes through the A-graph, this little guide here to keep them straight, then to the bridge where it ties on the plate. So the bridge keeps them straight, and then the plate. So that's why those strings are so uniform, is because all these little guides are there to keep them straight. People ask me all the time, why are there felts in the end of the plate or on the other side of the A-graph? Why do they use red felts or blue felts or black felts depending on piano? It's for overtones. We don't want the piano strings to buzz. We don't want them to make any kind of sound other than the note that you are choosing to play. So we use those felts to deaden the sound past the bridge. Once the string has left the bridge back here, there's really no need. So it doesn't do anything except for give us annoying noises. So we mute those off to stop that. As you go through the piano, you see one other part that's up here, which is these little black pieces of material here that hold, those are called the dampers. And if I move the far right pedal, which we've all used, some of us call it the sustain, we move that sustain pedal up and down, we can see those dampers raise and lower. And they're designed to do exactly what they're called. They dampen the string. So when we play the note with the damper up, it resonates until we shut it off. And when we shut it off, we drop that pedal down, and it stops the noise of the string. So these dampers are from here to here, leaving about 20 plus notes here on the end without dampening. Why aren't they dampened? Because they're too small. They don't ring long enough. So they don't ring long enough to really need to be dampened. So most piano companies do it from about, let's see, the second C over is about, that's different pianos are different ones, but this is the damper rail. So the damper rail, the tuning pins, back to tuning pins. The tuning pins, what do the tuning pins go into? I wish I had one to show you. A tuning pin has a serrated edge, and that serrated edge goes into an 11 plies of wood, different quarter sawn wood, plied, and then it's drilled into that board to give it that rigidity, give it to that strength to hold the tension of the strings. And those tuning pins are holding all the many thousands of pounds of tension on the plate. So that's why it has to be structurally sound. You have to make this out of cast iron. You can't make it out of pot metal aluminum to make it lighter. You can't. It has to be strong. So this wooden, they call it the pin block, is underneath this plate. It runs this whole distance, and all these are screwed into it. So the plate essentially has a hole here, and then the tuning pin goes into it. So lots of working parts into a real acoustic piano, but it's fascinating to me that how different pianos can be. If you're shopping for a piano, you should come see Kawai. You should see the other brands too. But Kawai really excels in building one of the best pianos in the world, from the Shigeru Kawai even all the way down into the uprights. They're remarkable. They're unique, and we would encourage you to come see us over at the shop and let us give you this demonstration. We did take the lid off this piano. If you're wondering where the lid is, it's here. We just took it off so you could get this view, because a lot of times I think we forget to give you this view. So this is your 5.5 foot Kawai grand piano. The inside of or the inside of the top. So I hope this is informative, and if you have any questions, reach out to us at the store. Myself, Scott, Todd, one of us will be glad to go over any kind of piano questions you might have on any brand, on any model. We would love to help you. Thanks.